हेलो। हाँ भाई, तेरे को किडनी मिल जाएगा क्या? वो iPhone XS खरीदना था। वो मेरे अकेले से नहीं आएगा, एक्स्ट्रा चाहिए अब। So it's the death of the home button. The home button is history. It's gone and it's never returning to an iPhone again. Alrighty, hey guys, my name is Suripto and welcome back to another episode of Pseudo Square. Just a little while back, Apple wrapped up with their Apple iPhone XS launch event where they unveiled 3 new iPhones. The iPhone XS, the iPhone XS Max and the iPhone XSR. And also, throughout this video, I'll try not to call it the iPhone XS or make any iPhone XS jokes. I mean, see, it's completely your choice. You can call it the iPhone XS, you can call it the iPhone XS or extra small, whatever you like. But essentially, design-wise, it comes with pretty much an identical design, just like the last year's iPhone X, just an edition of the iPhone XS Max. Now, quick fun fact, both of the models feature a larger display than the previous plus size models, but still accommodate under a smaller footprint. And I will talk more on that later in this video. But that one thing that got me pretty much pumped throughout the event was the Apple A12 Bionic chip. It's a monster, it's a bully, and it's going to give a tough run to other smartphone manufacturers out there. Now, of course, in terms of performance, iPhones always had an edge over the other smartphones, but this one is in totally different league. It's a different arena and a much higher playground. Now, just for reference, if we compare it to the previous Apple A11 Bionic chip, it comes from 2 performance cores to 4 efficiency cores, which translates into over 15% performance upgrade and over 50% of lower power consumption. But that's not it. It comes with 4-core GPU with Metal 2 and more on that later. But it also comes with a neural engine which is based on an 8-core architecture which is built for advanced machine learning. And get this, it can do 5 trillion operations per second. What? Come again? 5 trillion operations per second. Now, what does it mean? If you have to explain this to your granny, all you gotta say is that it's going to give you pretty much nuts AR experience. Now, coming over to the camera, on paper, it looks the same and identical as the last year, the same 12 megapixel sensor, but it's not. It features a new sensor with larger pixel size, but with the same set of cameras, that is a f1.8 wide-angle lens and f2.4 telephoto lens, which can also do 4K video at 60 FPS, portrait mode, and all that good stuff. But what's more interesting is that due to the inclusion of the A12 Bionic chip, it can pull off some of the things that other cameras of this range can never ever do. For example, smart HDR. I don't know why it's called smart. It should be called as HDR in God mode. Look at this picture. It's been clicked in smart HDR mode. Look at the water. Look at the hair. It's pretty much frozen right there. Now, I'm a photographer myself, so I do understand how fast of a shutter speed you require to freeze a frame like that. But clicking that in an HDR mode is a totally different ball game. Now, the next thing you can do with this camera is the bokeh and depth control, which essentially means that after clicking a picture, you can change the f-stop and the depth of field on the fly. So if you want creamy, delicious bokeh in the background, you're welcome. And if you want your picture to be clear AF as far as you can see, you can do that too. Now, before moving on to the other interesting things, one of the most epic fail of this event was the mention of the battery life. So Apple mentioned that the iPhone XS will get a battery improvement of 30 minutes over the last generation, and the XS Max will get a battery improvement of 1.5 hours over the last generation. And for XS Max, I still get it. But why do you even have to mention that 30 minutes upgrade for XS? I don't get that. And also, another quick thing to mention, that it also features a dual SIM card support. Now, it doesn't come with dual SIM card slot unless and until you live in China, but it comes with one SIM card slot where you can put in a physical SIM. Now, luckily in India, Airtel and Jio are the eSIM partners for Apple. So if you use any of the either SIM card cloud services, you can make use of the additional eSIM, or else you have to just do away with the one SIM until other telecom carriers get into this eSIM thing. And lastly, the display. The only differentiating factor between the XS and the XS Max is the display size. Now the iPhone XS comes with a 5.8-inch display and the XS Max comes with a 6.5-inch display. Now both of them features a larger display than the previous Plus models, but still the iPhone XS is much smaller than the iPhone 8 Plus, and the iPhone XS Max, even after having a 6.5-inch mammoth display, fits under the same footprint of the iPhone 8 Plus, which is pretty interesting by the way. Now another thing that Apple talks about these displays is that it comes with Super Retina custom OLED display. Now don't get fooled by the new naming system. It's essentially pretty much the same resolution as the previous iPhone X, at least same for the iPhone XS model, and a little higher resolution for the XS Max model. But again, both of them has the same 458 pixels per inch pixel density. So both of the displays are going to be equally sharp. But what's more interesting is that it comes with an 1,000,000:1 contrast ratio. Now if you have to explain this to your granny, all you have to say is that pictures, videos, games, and pretty much everything is going to look dope AF on them. And also now finally it comes with the IP68 rating, which means you can put your iPhone underwater till 5 meters, you can submerge it into anything you want and it'll be fine. And lastly, both of the iPhones comes in 3 different storage variants: 64GB, 256GB, and 512GB variant. Now the starting pricing for the iPhone XS for the base model is going to be $999 US, and for the iPhone XS Max it's going to be $1,100. That's like for the base model, and nobody got time for that. And that is probably a good reason why Apple is the first trillion-dollar company in the world. Because if we just take a look at the pricing of the iPhone XS Max, the 256GB model comes with a price tag of $1,250 US, and the 512GB model comes at a staggering price tag of $1,500 US. Now in India, the iPhone XS will cost well over 96,000 rupees for the base model and probably over a lakh for the XS Max. And let's not even talk about the other higher models. Hello? हाँ भाई, तेरे को किडनी मिल जाएगा क्या? वो iPhone XS खरीदना था, वो मेरे अकेले से नहीं आएगा, एक्स्ट्रा चाहिए अब. हाँ, दोनों शेयर कर लेंगे. And also as a bonus, something that Apple didn't really mention in their live event was that they have also introduced something as the Apple Care Plus, which just not only is going to give you satisfaction against damage, but now it is also going to protect it against theft or loss, which in my opinion is a big thing, because if you walk around in public too much, a thief might not steal your OnePlus, but he'll definitely going to steal your iPhone. And also, in this video, I entirely skipped the Apple Watch 4 and the XSR because even Phil was feeling lethargic and depressed about this phone.
The iPhone XR.
And probably on stage, he was like, why are we even doing this? So if you're interested and if you want to know more about the iPhone XSR, do let me know in the comment section down below. I might do another video on the same. But guys, that was it for this video. If you enjoyed, do make sure to give this video a huge thumbs up. It really means a lot to me. And also subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. And I will see you guys in the next video.